All right, what's up, y'all? All right, hold on. We are live for the first playoff rankings. Um, my top, my top four. I believe it's Georgia one, Tennessee two, Tennessee four. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's that. Here's what I think it's going to be. Um, I think it's going to be Georgia one, Tennessee two. Um, Georgia one. Oh shoot! I totally forgot about that. My fault. I totally forgot about the music. That is my fault, y'all. Um. Okay. So CFP rankings. I don't know if you just missed this. I'll just reset. CFP rankings are getting ready to come out for the first time this season. Um. I think you're probably gonna see. Here's what you're probably gonna see. I'm so used to saying Alabama one. Tennessee one, Georgia two, Ohio State three, Michigan four. That's what you're probably going to see. You're probably going to see Georgia one, or Georgia one, Tennessee two. You could flip flop either way, but that's what you're going to see. You're going to see Michigan three, or Ohio State three, Michigan four, and you're going to see either Georgia or Tennessee at one and two, either place. Here's why I think Georgia and Tennessee are going to be number one and two, is because yes, a top three matchup is insane, but people are going to be paying attention to one versus two. We haven't had a one versus two matchup since um Georgia. Yeah, no, Greg McElroy right now. McElroy has Tennessee one, Ohio State two, Michigan three, Georgia four. That is not what you're going to see. You are not going to see that right now. Yeah, that's not going to happen. What you're going to see is Georgia one, Tennessee two, or you can flip flop those, and then you're going to see Michigan or Ohio State three, Michigan four. You're probably going to see Clemson five, Alabama six, TCU seven, and then it's wide open at 8 through 25. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to reveal the top like 25 to 1. I'm guessing. But this is going to happen. You're going to see this happen every Tuesday from now on until the rankings, the actual official playoff is revealed. Here we go. Playoff rankings are live. I expect Georgia, Tennessee 1, Georgia 2. You can flip that if you want. We'll find out how big. We'll find out. There's a lot we're going to find out tonight on how the committee's going to rank teams. Are they going to rank teams for big wins? Are they going to rank teams? Are they going to rank teams by their how they're if they're undefeated or not? That's going to be the issue, and that's where we're going to see the top 5, top 6 is where you want to pay attention to. That's where you're going to pay attention to. All the losses, like, is a loss harsh, especially against a team like Alabama. They just lost to they only lost to Tennessee, who more than likely is going to be 1 or 2. That's what you're going to see tonight, in my opinion. And then you're going to see Georgia on the other rankings. Georgia on the other top 2. Now, you're going to see Tulane in there. I don't know. You know what else is going to be? You know who's going to be 8? USC is going to be 8. Oh, no, Oregon's going to be 8. USC is going to be 9. And you're probably going to see Ole Miss 10, is what I'm guessing. So my top 10, this is my predictions. Top 10, Tennessee 1, Georgia 2, Ohio State 3, Michigan 4, Clemson 5, Bama 6, CC 7, Oregon 8, USC 9, Ole Miss 10. Your undefeated teams still: Clemson, Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Tennessee, TCU. That's your undefeated list. Syracuse might have been on the list if it wasn't for the Clemson loss. You know what you're supposed to do against teams? Destroy them. And that's what Michigan has done. Ohio State, on the other hand, they have not destroyed teams like they should be doing. They haven't played teams that they should not be destroying. Georgia should have destroyed Kent State and Missouri. They didn't. Now, it's different. That's different. Now, people are going to say Alabama should have destroyed, I don't know, Texas and Texas A&M. No, you're not going to see that because Texas A&M is still an elite team. They have that elite wide receiver at freshman. That's a really good team that's just going through a lot right now. And then you have Texas, who's playing hot right now. That's different from Kent State, Missouri. All of that. You're going to see Tennessee 1, Georgia 2 here. That you're already talking that. And then Michigan or Ohio State 3, Michigan 4. The way I think it should be. Now that's not who my top 4 is, but that's the way I think it should be.
would be number one. But I don't know that we had started a season we could legitimately argue that three different teams could be the number one ranked team in the country. Ohio State, the resident modest team, got the one test against State, and they won that game on the road, a place to play. But other than that, that's all they have.
No, I mean, if it wasn't for what's up, Justin? If it wasn't for Tuamala, Ohio State would have lost the game to Penn State, and we may be talking a whole different ranking. We may be talking a whole different ranking if it wasn't for Tuamala. I mean, you may have Tennessee, Georgia, Michigan, Clemson, or Tennessee, Georgia, Michigan, Bama, or Tennessee, Georgia, Michigan, TCU, or maybe maybe Tennessee, Georgia, Michigan, Penn State, maybe, but because they have a loss to Michigan, and frankly they got destroyed by Michigan, probably won't. Here we go, top 25. At 21 through 25, you have Wake Forest at 21, NC State at 22, Oregon State at 23, Texas at 24, and UCF at 25. Yeah, so that Alabama win looks a lot better right now than it did earlier on. It was at Texas on a hot day. What's up? What's up, Mountaineers? Headline. It's a hot day. That Alabama win against, or that Texas win for Alabama, that looks a lot better now with Texas being at 24. You're 16 through 20. Illinois 16, North Carolina 17, Oklahoma State 18, Tulane 19, and Syracuse at 20. If Syracuse didn't end up beating Clemson, I feel like this could be a lot different. Especially, I think Syracuse could be in the top 6.
I just think it's great to celebrate some of these teams that are in this range. I know we're all focused on the top 4 or 6, but what the heck's going on in Champaign, Illinois with Brett Bielema? They have a real shot to get to Indianapolis. And it's great to celebrate their season. North Carolina's recovered from an early loss, and all of a sudden they're on track to potentially get to Charlotte, could be on the other side of Clemson. So sometimes it's great.
Illinois, North Carolina, Oklahoma State, they are all in the list of teams still looking for a spot. Ole Miss 11, UCLA 12, Kansas State 13, Utah 14, Penn State 15. Who's 10? Am I forgetting a team? Who's 10? I'm interested to see who's 10. I thought Ole Miss would be 10. Who's 10? LSU. LSU is 10. That's smart, actually.
Just something to remember this weekend if we're focused on Alabama.
I forgot LSU. Yeah.
They're in the driver's seat of the SEC West with games on the road at A&M and Arkansas. This is a huge weekend for LSU, not just Bama. See what Brian Kelly can do.
And Ole Miss still in that big too, for who we just saw as well. And of course, Ole Miss lost the head-to-head game to LSU back in 9.
USC 9. So you're going to see Oregon 8, TCU 7. That's what you're going to see. Unless they somehow put Oregon ahead of TCU. But let's see how they're going to rank undefeated teams. This is going to be interesting to see where they put Bama and TCU. Oregon's 8. LSU is 10. you're going to see a top 10 matchup between. You're going to see two top 10 matchups. Georgia, Tennessee. You're going to see top 4 matchup, and then another top 10 matchup. You're going to see Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, LSU. This weekend's going to more than likely determine the SEC champ. There you go. TCU 7. It's going to be Bama 6, Clemson 5.
That's what I mean. It's only the opening week and he's ranking.
You're gonna see, guys. This is not gonna be your ranking in December, in early December. This is not gonna be your ranking.
They're very, very competitive, and the committee at this point is not necessarily they have blown everybody out for the league. That didn't have showing, but that was one of the things I think we were excited to see. Now they are.
Later on in the ranking, this one will be one regular segment. This one will come.
Not now.
This is the very first one. A lot of things going to happen from now to then. But for TCU, to be ranked behind Alabama with their resume, they might be anybody. They went 4 ranked teams, 4 top 25 teams in a row. Then on the road to West Virginia, they won that game. I'm going to settle down, let this go by. But if you think about it, so here's what I'm looking at. If I look at TCU, they've been super dominant out there. Obviously, they've been a little bit weaky defensively, but they've done everything they needed to do up to this point in the game. They got to go at Texas. Maybe is that enough for each one of the 3 like Clemson that's going to be in front? That's the thing that you start looking at TCU like, can I get ahead of Clemson? And know we do this. Yeah, I think
and your top 4, both there's like your top 4 is going to play each other. Well, not each other, but your top 4 is going. Alabama 6, Clemson's going to be 5. The question is, where is Tennessee and Georgia and Ohio State? You're going to see Michigan 4. You're going to see Clemson 5. Michigan 4. And then it gets serious. Now LSU, you're going to have a 6 through 10. You have a 6-10 matchup, and then you're going to have a top 4 matchup. So.
We got to go on day. What we've seen, if I'm TCU, not me, on the first season, but if I'm TCU, I'm already thinking what's going on. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, guys, this is not going to be your final ranking. I'm telling you what, this top 8, top 6. This picture right now, whoa! Michigan is 5. You're going to see Clemson in the top 4. Oh, boy. Wow. Michigan is 5 after destroying Penn State. Wow. Absolutely shocking. They destroyed, absolutely brilliant Penn State a couple weeks ago. And now they're 5. That's huge. That means that they're not looking at opponents in the top 25, or else Michigan would be in the top 4. The CFP committee is not looking at top 25 matchups. Wow. Clemson is 4. Wow. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that. Now, wait a second. Penn State is higher than Syracuse, but Clemson already has a top 25 win over Syracuse. Barely won that game, while Michigan destroyed Penn State. I'm a little bit upset with that. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked that Clemson is 4 Michigan is 5. Will we see a top 2 matchup? Will we see a 1-2 matchup? We'll find out at number 3. Georgia is 3. You're going to see. They put Ohio State 1. Yeah. I just wonder, what the heck? Ohio State's 2.
And that leaves the big horns of Tennessee for the first time. And now this ninth year of the college football playoff, Tennessee has been ranked number 1 previously. That hasn't even been ranked from the top 15 that's been ranked at all in the previous 5.
Sorry about that. Something happened. But Tennessee's 1, Ohio State's 2, Georgia 3, Clemson 4, Michigan 5, Alabama 6. That's your top 6 rankings. Are we shocked that Tennessee's 1? No. Are we shocked that Ohio State's 2? Yes. I am shocked. That absolutely. I want to look at how long do they have the lead against Penn State? Are they valuable? Now we'll see. We'll see who's number 1 next week. We're probably going to see Ohio State's probably going to stay 2 this week because the winner, unless they lose, they're going to stay at number 2 because the winner of this week's game is going to jump Ohio State without a doubt. Without a doubt, the winner of this week's game is going to jump Ohio State, which means you're more than likely going to see the loser of the Tennessee-Georgia game in the top 6. And then you're going to see you're going to probably actually I'm interested to see what the CFP chair says. Boo Corrigan. But your top 25. Your top 10. Tennessee 1. Ohio State 2. Clemson or Georgia 3. Clemson 4. Michigan 5. Bama 6. TCU 7, Oregon 8, USC 9, LSU 10, Ole Miss is 11.
It's always interesting to try to build what they're going to use, but it's definitely
Would this be a lot different if Alabama ended up beating Tennessee? Yes. Would this be a lot different if Penn State or Syracuse ended up beating Clemson and then winning next week? Yes. Would this playoff be a whole lot different if Penn State ended up beating Ohio State? Yes. If all 3 of those things happen, man, this playoff would be a whole lot different. You'd probably see Alabama 1, Georgia 2, Syracuse 3. No, wait. Man, wow, they put Michigan 5 and Clemson 4. Strength of record. is key. It's key. You can tell Tennessee 1 and Ohio State 2. That's your strength of record. Strength of schedule, decent. I mean, point margins per game, not really important. But it's clear. It really is clear. You win your conference championship, you're undefeated, and you win your conference championship, you're in. Which means it's going to be probably no matter if Alabama wins the SEC championship, they're in. If TCU runs the table and ends up as Big 12 champs, they're in. If Michigan or Ohio State, if they run the table, they're in. If Clemson runs the table the rest of the way, if they beat Notre Dame, then they're in. Yeah, and that's another big matchup coming up. Tennessee, Georgia, Clemson, Notre Dame, Bama, LSU. You're definitely going to see those 3 games and our win-off picks this weekend. You're definitely going to see those picks. Alan, or whoever's in the YouTube, what's up? Let me know your prediction. Let me know your reactions to this. This is crazy. You have Illinois, North Carolina, both in. Let me I think I'm gonna end this for the Instagram live so I can talk to the YouTube live for a little bit, but I think that's gonna do it for the Instagram live. Thanks for tuning in, Justin Mountaineer, and Justin Mountaineer. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you probably at some point. I will look at the schedule and see which game we're going to go live for. What's up, B2 Sports Network? I think you're a Tennessee fan. There's Alan A. I think V2. I think you're I think. Oh, sorry. I think you're a Bulls fan. I'm not 100% sure. But that's going to do it for the IG Live. And we're going to talk to, I'm going to do a YouTube, still talk to YouTube for a little bit before we end the stream. Thanks all 4 of y'all from tuning in. Again, we will be doing this every Tuesday from now on, reacting to the top 6 or the playoff rankings. And then I will announce I will probably do more of an announcement later on of what games are doing this weekend. And I'll also be announcing Alan A's mine and Alan A's picks for this weekend as well. So thanks for guys tuning in. Make sure to just tune in on Saturday for the game. I might do 2 games on IG Live. We'll see. But that'll do it for now for IG Live. Thanks for tuning in. Peace. Now, I have to do something right quick before I continue with YouTube. IG Live is now over. Let me do something right quick. I have to mute my mic and camera for just a second. So. All right, sorry. I might have to do something. I might have to take a call in a second, but that will be it. Tennessee 1, Ohio State 2, Georgia 3, Clemson 4. Michigan 5, Bama 6. Bama is 6 just because of the Tennessee loss. But Clemson, and here's a chair.
When you look at the three teams, all I think the key wins, that you look at Alabama, LSU, really,
Yeah.
In terms of Ohio State and Georgia, then Caleb Stevens really has
So yeah, the wins against Alabama and LSU is really showing here. Their offense wasn't explosive at all on Saturday. They're deep a lot more than people are thinking. And not to say that this is biasness or whatever, but Alabama's defense, just because of the Tennessee game, is overlooked. They're like sixth. They're tied for sixth in touchdowns allowed. And half of those, like they gave up like 15 touchdowns. That's like sixth and a tie for sixth. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked.
Alabama had myriad struggles and a loss. Why Alabama? Why is Alabama ranked ahead of them?
Well, I think you look at TCU again, we're looking for a balance. That behind it, they're going to come back to win this. When you look at Alabama, in the wins, Mississippi State, Arkansas.
So they're looking at teams that are that have both a good offense and a good defense. Tennessee, not what I don't think Tennessee's defense is as good as let's say Ohio State's, Alabama's, Clemson's, Georgia's defense, but their offense is the same.
Oklahoma State at 18, and then still making it. One of the questions that people were wondering about is how the committee regarded the balance in the Big 12, but there's not as hot as some of the other conferences.
Yeah, let's go and look at some of the matchups this weekend. There is a college football game on right now. Huh, that's interesting. Ball State and Kent State. But some of the matchups this weekend. Oregon State's playing Washington on Friday. Ohio State Northwestern. Texas Tech TCU. North Carolina, Virginia, Kentucky, Missouri, Florida A&M, Nebraska, Minnesota, Georgia, Tennessee, Colorado. Alabama, LSU. Texas, Kansas State. Wake Forest, NC State. USC, Cal. Yeah, I mean, Clemson, Notre Dame at 7:30 on NBC. But that's wow, yeah. So what we're probably gonna do, definitely, obviously Tennessee, Georgia, and Bama, LSU. Not only because we've always done Georgia and Alabama, but just because of the just Clemson, Notre Dame, Texas, Kansas State, probably, and Wake Forest, NC State. That's what, four? Wake Forest, NC State. No, that's five. That's five. Okay. Uh, so your 5 games that we're probably going to be doing this weekend: um, Alabama, LSU, Georgia, Tennessee, um, Texas, Kansas State, Clemson, Notre Dame, and Wake Forest, NC State. Um, so that's probably the games. I feel like uh, the big game, obviously, so Georgia, Tennessee. I'm shocked that that's not number one and number two. I'm not surprised. I'm shocked that that's not number one, and number two. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised that Tennessee's won. There's a lot of surprises especially because Clemson is 4. I was expecting Michigan 4, but that doesn't really matter. You're going to see Bama or Michigan, Ohio State. You're going to see all of those opponents. So I think that's going to do it, though. Josh Heupel, they're going to have Josh Heupel interviewed, but I don't think I mean, we sort of know that strength of record is the key this year. But it does. I don't think that really matters because of we know the teams. We know the top 7 teams. Top 7 teams. You can maybe include the top 8 teams. Maybe. I feel like there's still a lot that needs to happen for Oregon to get in. Alabama, Georgia, winner of Georgia, Tennessee, more than likely you're going to see getting in. Because they're going to the SEC championship. Loser is in the obviously. If Alabama does end up winning, then they're in. If Clemson runs the table, they're in. If TCU runs the table, they're in. And the winner of Michigan and Ohio State more than likely will be in, because that's you're gonna have 3 conference champions, and then you're gonna have one more team. If that's going to be the case, though. You're going to have 3 conference champions, and then you may have Ohio State, or the loser of the Michigan. And then you have a choice. If this happens, Alabama, Clemson, TCU run the table. There's your top 3 in any order. And if Michigan runs the table, so that means that's 4 teams. There's your top 4: Michigan, Clemson, TCU, Alabama. That's your top 4. Winner, I think you're going to see, if TCU does end up going undefeated, you're going to see your 4 Power 5 champions in the playoffs. That's what you're going to see. In any order, you're probably going to see Michigan there, or you could put Bama there because they beat Tennessee and Georgia, or you could put TCU there. You're probably going to see TCU, Clemson at 3 and 4. And then you could argue either way with Michigan. Or no, Michigan's going to be one. But with Alabama winning, then you're probably going to see them at 2, TCU 3, Clemson 4, or Clemson 3. But it's going to be insane. There's a lot of football left to be played. Just the first rankings of at least 4, 5 rankings. It's going to be a crazy November. November's going to be crazy. Kicking off on Saturday, and then right after that, we're turning around doing releasing another playoff rankings. Right after that, we're going to see another rankings or another insane week of college football, and then right after that, we're going to see another round of. Let's look ahead at week 11 right now. Your big matchup on week 11 is going to be Alabama. Ole Miss. That's going to be your big matchup in week 11. TCU in Texas and North Carolina Wake Forest. There's your 3 big matchups in week 11. Week 12. Ohio State, Maryland, maybe Georgia, Clemson, Georgia, Kentucky, maybe Miami, Clemson, maybe. And if Illinois does end up going undefeated, that Illinois-Michigan game is going to be a big game. TCU Baylor is always a big game. Utah-Oregon is a big game. USC-UCLA.
Embrace it. They understand that the reason we're in this situation because the way we prepare, the way we practice, and then we go play for each other on game day. That's going to be the same message this Saturday.
So third time we talk Tennessee, we talk offense.
There's a lot of big games in week 12. And then week 13, obviously, you got rivalry week, starting with Ole Miss and Mississippi State. We'll talk more once we get into week 13. That whole week's going to be crazy for us on YouTube. So we'll talk more about that later on, of course. But that's going to do it for the stream. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. You guys know what. Now we know you have the base of the playoffs. Now we know what to look for. Saturday games. Sunday you're going to see me and Alan's top 4, and then you're also going to see teams left looking for a playoff spot. We could see maybe some eliminations. And the loser of the Georgia-Tennessee game, they may also be eliminated because here's the deal. Well, maybe not. We may look at maybe not. But that's going to do it for now. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Game Saturday. Playoff. Me and Alan is top 4 on Sunday. And then I don't know what's going to happen on Monday and Tuesday. But Tuesday rankings next week. Week 2 coming up. And I think that's going to do it for now. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. See you Saturday. Peace.